Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boys Commentary. Now, last week, head coach of the Jamaican national team, Winfred Schaefer, said that he was going to be looking for a striker for the upcoming World Cup Qualifiers against Panama and Haiti, which is coming up in September. He said he was going to look for somebody new that could add a bit more potency up front with that killer instinct that can put the ball in the back of the net. So I have some options in mind that who that person could possibly be. So Reggae Boys fans, leave your comments in below. Do you agree with these options that I'm about to provide, or is there any additional one that you'd like to add to the list? Could it be Dwight Gale of Crystal Palace? Now, this season he averaged 1 goal every 5 games for Crystal Palace this season. He was in and out of the team due to injury, so his full effect wasn't there, but he's quite an energetic person. He has an eye for the goal and he uses his instincts very well in finding the back of the net. We've seen him since he has been in the Premier League with Crystal Palace, and even when he was in the Championship a year below as well, the year before as well. And if you look at the rise that he has as well, people forget it's a similar sort of step that Jamie Vardy had as well, with as it relates to Dwight Gale. He moved from the 9th tier in English football, which is the amateur leagues, to the Championship. That is a massive jump, and he's established himself, and he's a Premier League player today, and he is a Crystal Palace player, and he got a runners-up medal in the FA Cup final. I think he could be one of those players that could add something different to the team, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Dwight Gale. Another player I had on the list was Lewis Graban. Now, for numerous occasions since Coach Winfred Schaefer has been head coach of the Jamaican national team, he's brought up Lewis Graban to the media and in press conferences as a player that he would like to bring to the national setup. Lewis Graban now plies his trade with Bournemouth in the Premier League. He was with Norwich City. Remember, he scored against Arsenal early in the season, that 1-1 draw at Carrow Road in East Anglia. He adds a different dimension as well, a bit more height to his game as well at 6'2", so if we decide to play direct as well, he is going to be a dangerous player for us, especially from set-piece opportunities as well. So he adds that different mentality to play. Although Dwight Gale has more pace and has a better shot per goal conversion rate, Graban is a different sort of package as he has that height ability, that physically imposing presence. So that is another option that we have, Lewis Graban. What are your thoughts about Jermaine Beckford? Would you mind having him back in the team? Remember, he has a Jamaican passport already, so it's not a problem compared to other players who would have to go through the application process, which takes a number of weeks. Jermaine Beckford already has a Jamaican passport, and it doesn't expire for another 6 to 7 years, as it's a 10-year passport. So he has some time under his belt, so why not? He's another option that we have. Experience as well at 32 years of age. He knows CONCACAF, having played 6 games for his country as well. So, and he has played against Panama before, twice to be specific. So he knows the area quite well in this region. Another player, Jamar Loza. We haven't seen him in quite some time, since the Caribbean Cup of 2014. So he's another option that we have in store as well. So it's a player that we can think about, young and looking for the future as well. Plays in England. I was going to mention Michael Seaton in this video, but Coach Schaefer did say that it was in England that he was going to go and look for a player. So it looks as if Michael Seaton is not part of his immediate plans. I still think Michael Seaton is going to be a quality player for Jamaica, but as you know, everything happens in due time. You know, he has goals under his belt for Jamaica already. He has played a dozen appearances for Jamaica. His time will come. His time will come. What he needs now is games at a club. That's what he needs, and he will continue to improve. And the last 2 options that I was thinking in mind are 2 players, Scott Sinclair and Jay Simpson. Now, Scott Sinclair we know is not really a striker. He's operated more as a winger or as a second striker throughout his career with the likes of Swansea and his brief spell at Manchester City, but he cannot operate as an auxiliary striker if we call upon him. So he's another option as well. A potent right foot. He is not too bad on his left foot as well. Long range shooting as well. Give us some more opportunities on goal. As I've said before, we have improved on our chances created. So he's another option we do have in mind. He applies straight to Aston Villa now, so it gives him an opportunity to build some more confidence as well in the Championship, where he is a cut above the rest in that league. It's just the ability. He has the ability. What he needs now is to execute. And finally, Jay Simpson, the former Arsenal youth player. He's actually even played in the first team for Arsenal. He scored 2 goals in the League Cup in the 2008-2009 thereabout time period. So he has some caliber. 27 years old, still kind of add something for Jamaica. And a last player, Thea Robinson, plays as trade in Scotland now. Another option for us. He has played for Jamaica already. Hasn't gotten a score sheet yet, but still that other pacey striker that we have can call upon. So there are options around. It is us to decide now what sort of system are we going to play, and the way we're going to play against Panama. Are we going to have the same sort of approach against Haiti? I personally would have a different approach. We know Panama, the team that likes that short passing sort of football, quite technical team. So against them, we're going to have to be quite pragmatic. And in those sorts of occasions, I would like a player of the caliber of a Dwight Gale. Against a Haiti, a Louis Graban. That's my opinion about it. And having watched Jamaica strike in pool for quite some time, against the Caribbean teams, the taller striker always does better. Anandilo, point an example. Luton Shelton, 6 feet 2 inches tall as well. So this is an opportunity for us. So let's hope that we can lift ourselves up after this summer. We've learned some things, and we've had some positives as well, especially beating Chile 2-1. We've learned areas that we need to brush up in as well, and we know players that we can continue to rely on. Players that are turning not only to fringe players but core players. One player that I think will do that is Deva Orgil. He's banging in the goals left, right and centre in the Finnish league in Finland, and he's going to play in the UEFA Europa League this year. So we wish him all the best in that league. I'm Simon Preston, this is Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to tell me in the comments below as well your thoughts about which striker you would want Jamaica to call up for the next set of World Cup Qualifiers. And in addition to that, don't forget to like our Facebook page as well, Reggae Boys Commentary. I'm Simon Preston, and thank you for tuning in.